Our life has changed big time in the past 2.5 years. We've been part of the company now, full-time for about 2 years. And the difference is just, to say it's changed our lives would be a huge understatement, I believe. Prior to joining Fortune, I think our lives were like most Americans, which is probably kind of sad to say these days. We were definitely living paycheck to paycheck. And some months it was, we had to choose which bill was going to get paid at times. And like I said, about 4.5 months into Fortune, Kelly was able to leave her job, which she made a good salary, but that's kind of a catch-22. When it's salary-based, it doesn't matter how much harder you're working, the money stays the same.
Right, and there was plenty of hours. I'm a broadcaster by trade. That's what I went to college for. Love it. And but I was around 40 years old, managing a group of radio stations in Eastern Kentucky. And if you're in radio, you know early mornings start at 5:30 in the morning on the air and work till 6 o'clock, and then do programming. And after that, you go out and do remote. So there's never any vacation time. There's no holidays. And I started realizing, you know, I sure wish I could spend more time with my kids and have more. And Fortune came into our lives right when I was starting to feel that way, and things drastically changed for us in, 4 months, I believe. We had met my salary that I was making at the radio stations, and at that point I said, this is so much better than what I've been doing. I never dreamed that this would where I would be finding myself today. But right now there's nothing else I would rather be doing than help other people achieve the same things that Tim and I have.
My background's always been music. I've been a guitar player most of my life. For about 20 years of my life I spent on the road playing guitar. And after we got married, we had 3 kids. I wanted to be home more, so we built our own recording studio and began to work that. And even with the studio, once we got it paid off, which took about 10 years to pay the studio off, if I wasn't in the studio, I wasn't making an income at all. And so even though I was a business owner, I was married to that business. I was married to the job. I could never walk away from it. So what Fortune's allowed us to do is build an income that's residual in nature. And that made a whole lot of sense to me, because that's exactly how the music business works. There were so many times in the wintertime I would get laid off as a guitarist, while the artist I worked for got to stay at home. And they were still making money, because every time an artist gets a song played on the radio or they sell a CD, they're making a residual income, and while I was laid off. And the same thing with our recording studio. You know, if I wasn't there, I wasn't making an income.
What I like about this is common sense. This is something that we've been doing for years and years. It's just a different way of doing it. And if you can put yourself in the middle of products and services that you know you're using, your family and friends are using, and actually get money back for doing things you were doing anyway, to me, why would you do it any other way?
If I could take a before and after picture for you, our lives before Fortune and after, here's what before would look like. We had 27 years left on our mortgage because we'd refinanced our house twice. We had a second mortgage on the house, thousands of dollars in credit card debt, and other high interest loans besides that. Both of our vehicles had nearly 200,000 miles on them, and we were still making payments on wore out vehicles. Okay, here's the difference. Today, after just a little over 2 years in Fortune, as of December of this year, we will be debt free. We're driving brand new cars. Our family farm and our house will be debt free. And if there's 2 beautiful words in the English language today, it would be debt free. There's a new car sitting in my mommy's driveway on account of this company. She'd been so good to us watching the kids while we worked so many hours. We went and got her a new car. My son, my oldest son, Drew, is 16 years old. He's a very talented young guy. He's a guitar player, makes great grades. On account of his academic achievements, we received a letter from the governor this past summer that would have allowed him to attend a seminar to see if he would like to go across the ocean to Europe and study this summer. And I thought, well, this would be a great thing. So we went to the seminar, and I thought there would be maybe 12, 14 parents and children there. And we get there, it's an auditorium full, because it's actually covered 4 states. It was about a 2-hour presentation, and of course you're hearing all the oohs and the ahs of everything they get to do and the places they get to see and travel. And at the end of the presentation, the last 5 minutes, that's when they put the price tag on you. It was over $10,000 just to get the child over there and back, not counting the money it took to keep him there. And when they did that, about 99% of the people got up and left, and you could just feel the electricity leave the air. And on account of what Fortune has done for us, I was able to look my son in the eye and go, Drew, is this something you want to do? And he's like, well, yeah. And I said, well, go sign up. And my child was the first guy in line to sign up to go overseas and study. So that's the difference.